the dragon genes in them. What's the difference between being explicit and recessive? Will the riot really turn Chuzi Hung into Odin? In the dragon worldview, the vast majority of hybrids are descendants of the Black King. And the White King, who is on par with the Black King, his descendants are few. The secret between the hybrid and the Dragon King, what is it? Among dragons, dragons were the first creatures to rule the earth. And the Black King, Nidhogg, is the ruler of all dragons. Not only can he give birth by mating, they can self-divide and reproduce. So for most dragons, they have parents. Only the first generation is different. The first generation is the first generation under the Black King. For example, the 4 monarchs. They were formed directly from the division of the Black King. And Black King, the sound of your hog waiting on the throne, will make all dragon blood bow down in the direction of the throne. This is the emperor with the first serial number in Yip. The beginning of all Yip. That's why, in the entrance exam of Cassell College, all Black King descendants, hybrids, reasons that resonate with Emperor Yip. And among dragons, apart from the Black King, the White King has the highest status. His shrine is the only Yan tomb that restrains the Emperor. The White King is also known as the Black King's greatest creation. In Dragon Sand's description, the White King and the Black King are comparable in strength. They are all in the hands of the elements. All ages are useless to them, because they can always cancel the release of the other party's age. Later, the White King cleansed all the purple bloodlines with divine jade, freed from the control of the Black King, and betrayed the Black King with 1/3 of the dragon's ribs. But in the end, the White King still lost. The Black King did not immediately take back his authority. Instead, sent him to the land of Chuxing to reflect, until 6 epochs passed. The White King still refuses to submit. He was completely killed by the Black King. Hog to Wang Mi, to prevent another dragon mutiny, divided the 4 monarchs into twins. And they only master the age of a single element. It will also be influenced by the Emperor. But your hog didn't expect it, did he? In the 6 epochs of the White King in the land of Kuxing, a human once made a pact with the White King, became the first White King hybrid, and he made it to Japan. However, on the Black King's side, due to a special change, killed by humans. What is the special change? Don't ask, just don't know. Humans have been enslaved by dragons for so long. Finally regain the light. But some people are reluctant to destroy the dragons, because they hold alchemy and Yanlight. To technologies, humans place great importance on it. Therefore, in the name of tribute, allowing human females and dragons to produce mixed-race offspring. But the human body is too fragile after all. It's hard for women to live to the day their children are born. Therefore, human females of mixed race trapped in dungeons, or tied to the altar. Let them struggle. Wait until hybrid, break out of the mother's body. Cultivate meekly. The tyrannical ones are directly stabbed to death by the long hair. Mixed generation after generation until the bloodline is stable, and that's where hybrids come in. It's a dirty and barbaric history. Humans and a hybrid. Dinosaur genes? This not only allowed them to possess abilities like Yonling, it will also keep most of them forever. Far from cancer, many diseases will stay away from them. The higher the proportion of dragon genes, the higher their bloodline level. But here's the thing, there's a borderline blood gland in there. The proportion of human genes, it has to be bigger than the dragon gene. Once the dragon bloodline exceeds the critical blood gland, this hybrid is close to a dragon. And it's an irreversible dragon gene. Will engulf human genes until the hybrids lost consciousness, finally degenerate into death. Although the bloodline of the dead is purer than the hybrid. But because I don't have a brain, so it doesn't take age, it's just a powerful body. Therefore, if you use the method of enhancing the dragon gene, doesn't allow hybrids to evolve into dragons. For example, the bloodburst of a Cassell College Master's Heart Association His principle is to use spiritual means. Instantly raise bloodline. Acquire strength close to that of the pureblood dragons. Instantly purified in the bloodline. Give pleasure at the same time. It will also push the hybrid into the abyss of the dead world. Tenibarangan Project. It's basically the same principle as blood burst. It's all enhanced blood preservation, enhancing dragon genes and hybrids. In theory, Project Nibiran will enable hybrids to acquire the power of pure blood, push the limit, become a half-blood monarch. The ability limit may trump the Dragon King, but that still doesn't make hybrids evolve into dragons. Tri-recessive dragon gene. Dragon lineage is hereditary, recessive, and explicit. Sex. To hybrids with extremely high purity of dragon blood were born. Purple is also very likely to be a dragon. Of course, not a real pureblood dragon. If the dragon gene is dominant, then at birth, it is possible to have the appearance of a dragon. Blood purity may well break the threshold blood gland. If it is recessive, this causes the recessive gene to wake up slowly. Hybrids will gradually melt until more than 50% J. He becomes the enemy of the hybrid. Therefore, for the schools of Cassell College in general, they will make such dragon genes recessive. And more than 50 hybrids. Early use of cerebral fluid leucotomy. The purpose is to cleanse the bloodline of dangerous people. Surgery can cut off dragon blood, the most important spiritual resonance. The side effect is that the hybrid will look like a fool. Stay in one place every day and talk to yourself. It is worth mentioning that the human who made a contract with the White King, that is, in the mixed blood of the White King, after fusing with the bones of the White King, he became the 87 serpent. But no matter how strong Master Bucky is, it can't be said to be a pureblood dragon. He's just an extremely powerful person, but completely out of control hybrids. In other words, it was an unparalleled death. Saint or parasite left by the White King. The things he parasites can evolve into cages, but it may be taken away. In Dragon 3, Herzog is very close to the dragon. But in Lu Ming's words, he has the complete bloodline of a king, but not the heart of a dragon. Wheelie is the vessel that allows the holy seed to parasite. Holzua Pavilion used the White King and Wheelie. Interstitial space in the body. Exchange blood with the White King, because Wang's fetal blood has the most activity and the weakest toxicity. It's a panacea, and the value of Whaley in Herzog's eyes. To filter the poison of dragon blood for him. This time, under the action of the blood switch. Put your own blood and the blood of the White King that will leave the body. Exchanged. The White King's omnipotence also gradually flows to Herzog. Now, Herzog was very successful. He comes from a very ordinary hybrid. Touched the throne of the White King. But the leap from the heart of a human to the heart of a dragon, it wasn't just a change of heart. It's a complete change of personality. Like old Dawn and Norton. Down and Yam.